Hello Libra, welcome to your November 2024 reading. My name is Nigel and you have found Alchemy. Okay, so let us get started right away. You have the Mortification card. Okay, this is the number 68 in this deck. This represents decay, death, decomposition. It is basically the equivalent of the death card, Scorpio, Pluto energy. What's interesting is this, you can see the eye on this card. It is sort of seeing something, right? See how the eye is sort of, when you look at this card, doesn't it stand out? It draws me in when I look at it. So there is something about an eye here. There's something about seeing something here. We're going to keep that under our hats. I know with the excuse me, Halloween is a global celebration of mortificado, the underworld, right? With Pluto heading into Aquarius on November 19th, it bears to mention it, right? It is a stage of regeneration. It is the winter of the Great Wheel. Interestingly enough, look at this, right? You have Aquarius right next to it. So we have Pluto, Aquarius. We'll get to that when we get to your astrology. I just figured that was kind of interesting to see. Here you have the Hanged Man overarching your whole month. Pisces energy, right? Being suspended in time. Acquiring a different perspective, maybe. Could be a sacrifice. Introspection. Maybe getting new ideas from this pause. You see how his head is lit up? Are you gaining new insight on something here, Libra? Interesting. Okay. You have the love card here. And it is coming in sideways. It says, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. Now, this is number 1 in the deck. But what's interesting about this, or what's cool about this, depending on how you look at it, is it is coming in sideways. So it is a choice. I know not all of you are looking for love. And this coming in sideways is a choice you're going to have to make. You're going to have a choice. Some people don't have that choice this month. You do. So look at it like a gift in many, many ways. You have here the Observer card. So this, what are you observing? What are you seeing? Yeah, there's definitely something with that eye, right? What are you seeing this month here, Libra? You have budget. You may be watching your money this month. You may be on a budget. You have the Perfection card. Expecting perfection. It says give up on your perfectionism. It's causing delays in your finances. Okay. I do think that you may expect perfection from yourself in some area of your life here. And I think the universe, God, whatever it is, your ancestors, the angels, whatever you believe in here, Libra, is asking you to release that, to not expect the perfection from yourself and or others. And I think for many of you, it's expecting perfection from yourself. You do have Amuada. It's the Sage of Higher Knowledge. Beautiful cards, right? She's an Incan, it is an Incan card. It is an Incan word. And it stands for Wise One. You have to seek what you feel is true. Using your third eye this month to look, wow, eye again. Using your third eye to look beyond the logical. Trust your own judgment here, Libra. But you may want to change how you look at things, from what perspective you look at things, what vehicle you're using to look at things. Are you using your eyes? Are you using your third eye? What are you leaning on here? Let's look at these cards here. You do have music. And it says musician, snake charmer, harmony, melody. I feel like this card is representing music to your ears. You're going to hear something this month that is music to your ears. something positive. You do have projected future days, weeks, months. Your perspective is going to change. You're going to start thinking more into the future than you have been. I think your decisions might change based on that perspective. You do have paradise. It says happiness, expansion, joy. So you are absolutely looking towards a happier future here. It's what you want. It's what we all want. But I think you're trying to plan it. You're trying to make the proper plans. Now, this isn't going to happen all in one day. It's not like November 1st is going to come and you're going to be like, okay. I think this is going to unfold over the course of this month. And by the end of the month, you're going to be on a path. That's the feeling I'm getting so far. Okay. Now, you also pulled the witch's rune of the eye. And what's fascinating is Aquarius also pulled this. Just saying. I remember this very clearly because I am an Aquarian. And like I said, we'll get to your astrology in a second. That eye is a lifting of a veil, seeing the truth about something. The eye again. The eye again. This is important this month. What you're seeing, how you're seeing it. Pluto. It seems to be very important. It's very key. So let's look at your astrology here. Obviously, you do have Aquarius. Aquarius. Pluto is going back into Aquarius this month. And we have Pluto and Aquarius right here side by side in your reading. Now, it's going back into Aquarius the 19th or the 20th, depending on where you are in the world. This seems to be having an impact on you here, Libra, based on all the Plutonian energy on the table. You may have Scorpio or Aquarius in a place in your chart that is important here. I will pin some information in the comments about the Pluto and Aquarius, and it'll be random. It's not something I myself wrote. It's not something I'm affiliated with. It's just for your information type stuff, in case you're interested in it. But Aquarius is here on the table, and so is Pluto, and it's pretty heavily indicated, okay? You do have here new moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. There is something Piscean, because these are both Pisces cards, right? It's very Neptunian, contemplative, meditative. The last moon was March 2024, I think. The next one's probably going to be February 2025. Draw upon this. Usually during a new moon in Pisces, we become more contemplative and meditative. And for this to be in your reading on the table like this, so profoundly, I do think that you're supposed to be drawing upon that energy now. Okay? You have here Vesta. Now, Vesta is it says inner spark, sacrifice, devotion. But, the Vesta is an asteroid, right? And it's the brightest asteroid that's most visible from Earth. And it is the second most largest one. It's called it was named after the Virgin goddess of the hearth, home, and family. It's in Roman mythology. It's about the inner spirit, right? Inner spark, inner spirit. Amuata. Sacrifice. It's about sacrifice. The hanged man. Okay, and it's associated, believe it or not, this is associated with Virgo and Scorpio. Scorpio is indicated again. Scorpio/Pluto. You have transits here. It says insight, movement, change. I do think that there's absolutely change and movement here on the table, right? We've talked about this. The sun is transiting Scorpio, obviously, this month. For Libra, during that transit like that, you have to tread carefully. You may find yourself facing more disagreements with family during this time. Unexpected expenses may pop up. Be vigilant while driving because you can get a ticket or a fender bender. Those are just a couple of light warnings there. Now we should head straight into our tarot portion because I think it's going to be pretty interesting. You have healing as your oracle for the beginning of the month. What are you healing? Let's see what that means. Let's pick up all our tarot cards and do them one by one. You have the moon here, and this is obviously Cancer. Neptunian energy. Neptunian energy. Illusion, intuition, secrets, the subconscious. Could be uncertainty when you begin the month. Could be lack of proper information initially this month. It is a major turning point in some way because it is a major arcana. Just like this is a major arcana. You have here the Five of Wands in reverse. This is Saturn and Leo energy. At the end of some kind of conflict, maybe avoiding conflict for sure. Resolution of stress, competition, or a healing. Something healing here at the start of the month. You have the Eight of Wands. I love this. This is beautiful energy. This gives birth to the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius, but more than that, it's movement, excitement, picking up the pace, progress, going from one place to another. All, this forward motion that's very positive, beautiful energy. Now, when we add all the numbers up and break them back down, we get the number 4, and that's Uranus, rules Aquarius, and it's known for nonconformity, breakthroughs. It's known as the awakener. The awakener. The awakener. There's something you're going to be awakened to this month. And I really do think it has something to do with the time of Pluto entering Aquarius. Okay? Definitely. As we move on to mid-month, you have some chemistry and passion here that is on the table and available to you with something or someone. It could be passion that you have towards a goal in your life. It could be excitement that you have towards something like that. It could be the chemistry you have with something that you merge perfectly, or it could obviously be a person, because you have love on the table here as a choice. If you choose it. If you don't choose it, there is something that's going to ignite your passion no matter what. And you have here the Ace of Wands in reverse. This is fire energy. There's some delay initially at the beginning of the middle of the month. There is some delay. Could be some hesitancy. Initially some hesitancy. But I have to tell you, this gives birth to the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is what sits in the center of your whole month. And the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy, right? It is fixed energy, right? Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. And it's change, luck, fortune, unexpected events, positive unexpected events. And I hate to tell you this, but, well, this could mean two things. You have the Lovers. The Lovers coming in sideways, right? The Lovers coming in sideways obviously could be a relationship, a choice. You have the Lovers coming in sideways, and you have love coming in sideways. Choices here on the table for you, Libra. Mid-month, you're going to have to make a choice. That is Gemini energy, right? It is to love or not to love, to go towards this passion that you have or not to. Is it love? Is it romantic love? It could be. It definitely could be. For some of you, it's definitely romantic love. For others of you, it is a passion that you have uncovered, a goal that you have uncovered. There is something that you're seeing differently and that you're wondering if you should go for it. And that is the choice you're going to have to make mid-month. Now, when we add all this up and we break it down, we get the number 8. Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure. It is both demanding and rewarding. It rules Capricorn and Aquarius. There's changes afoot here, Libra, for sure. Here at the end of the month, you have beliefs, facade. Let's see what this means. You have the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles is Venus and Virgo energy. You might be guarded. It could be being very guarded. Fear of giving up independence. That's a possibility too. Fear of loss, of independence, yeah. There is something you're unsure about. But right after that, we have the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is Pluto energy. It could be Scorpio. A lot of people do not assign to this card, but a planet has been assigned, and that planet is definitely Pluto. And as you can tell, with that butterfly, there is something afoot. There is change afoot. A lot of Pluto energy here in your reading. My God, definitely. So this Judgment card is self-evaluation, awakening, reflection. Yeah, and then here you have another choice card. You have the Two of Swords. Venus in Libra, difficult choices. Indecision, it's right next to the Lovers. But ultimately, your choice. It is ultimately up to you. And for these cards to be coming in sideways, there's going to be Libras that choose differently. There is not going to be one ending. There is going to be, depending on what you choose, right? Now, when we add this up and break it down, this breaks down to a number 4 again, Uranus. Again, nonconformity. Again, awakening. Again, Capricorn and Aquarius energy. Now, I have renamed this part of the reading challenges instead of warnings, so people don't get too weirded out by warnings. Challenge sounds better, and instead of blessings, I've made this opportunities, because it is an opportunity, and it is something you're either going to take or not take, right? So here in your challenges, you have truth of expression. You may find it difficult to express your truth this month. I could see that. It may be, with this 10 of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius energy, it may be very stressful. The back and forth, the indecision, the healing from something. Something is definitely healing, especially at the beginning of the month. The chemistry, the choices. What are you wearing a facade for? What are you not sharing? What truth are you finding it difficult to share? There is some kind of truth that's difficult for you to share. And it's causing you stress. It's making things stressful for you. You have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands in reverse again. And this is so the delays from mid-month are in your challenge. You have delays. You're unsure about something, perhaps. And this leads into a Tower moment. And this, a lot of people say this is Mars and Aries. A lot of people say that it is Scorpio and Pluto. No lie. Look it up. So you have this chaotic energy that ensues. Chaotic. This could be a sudden realization. Because Pluto, sudden realization. What do you see? What do you see this month that you didn't see before? Do you see something from a new vantage point? Do you see something different? Do you see someone different? When we add this up and break it down, believe it or not, we get a number 9, and that's Mars. And Mars is associated with Aries, but in modern astrology, it is also associated with Scorpio. Just saying. Now, moving on to your opportunities. It looks like you have assistance. You have spirit guides at your disposal if you choose to ask. There is wisdom here. Assistance here. If you need help making a decision, ask your spirit guides, Libra. You have, let's look at this. Look, you have Jupiter and Leo here with the 6 of Wands. This is, and I'm really glad, that I shuffle very carefully and I lay out very carefully, all on camera. And like I always say, if you want to slow it down, you could always use that gear shift and slow it down to a crawl so you could really see it come out. Everything came out exactly the way they were supposed to for your reading. And you have here in your opportunities, the success card, the triumph card, the pride card, the reward card, being rewarded. And you also have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Mercury in Gemini, the release of anxiety and stress. The release of anxiety and stress for your opportunities. You have an opportunity to release all that. And here you have the Eight of Swords in reverse as well. Jupiter in Gemini, the release of voluntary blindness or stuck energy. Whatever you weren't seeing, you see very clearly now. Definitely. Here. Oh, wait, no, that goes here. I'm going to put this back because I want to clarify everything now. Let's see. Beginning of the month here, you have this healing that's going on, right? You have this forward movement after this healing. It says dagger. It says fear, worries, tense situations, but it is in reverse. This may have been a tense situation at one time, but there is a release, a healing. A healing. You have this Wheel of Fortune mid-month. And it says happiness, but it is in reverse here. Now, why is that? The beginning of the month, but this is where you have that delay. You have a delay. You have a choice to make. Maybe the choice is stressing you out. Is the choice stressing you out? It says someone will gossip about all your secrets. I do think, they do think that there are people that talk just to hear themselves talk here with the parrot. Some people get themselves involved in your business here, Libra, and it is, yeah, you're going to be fine. Just don't listen to the people around you. Listen to your spirit guides. Listen to people who you really look at and respect. Do not listen to all the crap that's going on around you. Mid-month looks a little stressful, but I have to tell you, it's going to really depend on these choices that you make. And you have choices. You definitely have choices. Mid-month and the end of month. Again, you have this Judgment card at the end of the month. And sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. For those of you who, where this is not love related, you do have a new venture, a fresh start. And you do have, even if it is love related, I'm telling you, if you choose what you love, whether it's a person, a goal, a new path, it says news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Sunrise, stork. Yep. Choose yourself. And don't let indecision get the best of you. It says taking a vacation either physically or mentally. That is probably what you're going to want to do from all this stress. That's for sure. There is personal sorrow attached to this, and there is advice from a friend here. And what did I say? I did say that there was someone around you that talks to hear themselves speak, right? Advice from a friend. Teardrops. Don't let the people around you dictate what you do with your life. You have to make your own decisions. You have to express your truth. Don't bend yourself into a pretzel to fit someone else's vision of where you should be, what you should be doing. Observe what happens this month. There is something you're going to hear that's going to be music to your ears. There's something you're definitely going to see, and look for it around that time of the 19th/20th. There is something you're going to see. Contemplate on it. Heal. Something is definitely going to be healed at the beginning of the month, and it's going to be different for all of you here. Give me one for, here we go. Wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, truth of expression that needs to happen. Wholeness, integration. And that looks very much like, doesn't that look like, wait a minute, doesn't it look like death? Doesn't it though? At the bottom of the deck, what do we have here? We have the Stand. Love this. We have the Stand. Courage, determination, fearlessness. This is what you need to be looking towards. And I'm telling you, that's very Pluto. That's very Scorpio. That's very death. It's the death card. It is. And before I forget, this last leg here, right? When we add this up, these are opportunities, and we break it down, that adds up to a number 5. Mercury, communication, adaptability, the messenger of the gods, Gemini, Virgo, for sure. You need to take a stand. You need to communicate something. You need to communicate your truth. There is something you're not saying. There is something that's stressing you out. But there is some sort of thing that could happen to you this month. There is an opportunity here on the table. Don't waste this energy, Libra. For those of you that need to make this choice, don't listen to the parrots around you. Don't listen to the dogs and don't listen to all that. Listen to yourself, okay? Listen to yourself. Okay, now let's look at let's look at the numerology stuff and the planetary stuff. Your lucky numbers are 3, 13, 12, 11, 37, and 40. All the numbers, when we add them up through the whole reading and we break them down, you got a number 7, and that is Neptunian energy. Very, very hanged man. Very hanged man, very Neptunian. A little confusing. You might be, especially with the moon energy here. That's Neptune as well. I mean, it's very, very Neptunian. So definitely try to cut through the fog of that and see with your new eye very clearly what's going on, okay? Now, of all the numbers that we talked about, the number 9 came up the most, and that is Mars / Pluto. It just is, okay? Now, as far as the planets go, we have Saturn came out a lot, Jupiter came out a lot, Venus, Neptune, and Mercury, but the one, and Mars, obviously, and Uranus. But the one that came out the most in this reading was Pluto. I say it again, Pluto entering Aquarius is going to have an impact on you. Now, as far as the signs go, we mentioned Pisces, all the fire signs, Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, Virgo, Cancer, and Capricorn. The one that we mentioned the most, and when I say mentioned, I don't mean just in discussion. I'm talking about in the cards or in the numbers. Scorpio, Pluto. Can't make this up. Okay. I am being called to pull another card, and I'm really not sure why that is. So I am going to do this. This is the first time I am pulling an additional card for the Novembers. I don't know why. Give me for Libra, please. For Libra for November. Just one for Libra for November. My trusty deck here. Here we go. Can't make it up. The moon. Everything is not what it seems at the beginning of the month. Your new eye is going to see new things. Your path is going to become very clear. You're going to need to drop a facade that hides your truth. There is something that's hiding your truth. Something is going to be illuminated to you here. And look for signs during Pluto in Aquarius in November. I wish you all the luck. Namaste.